Yo, real quick, before we get started, this episode is just four lifelong friends catching up, talking wild, and telling stories that probably really shouldn't even lead a group chat. All jokes, all vibes, no filters. The thoughts and opinions you hear are strictly from each individual, even though I know they talk about me. So don't come for the whole squad. If one of us, me, is up here wilding, sit back, laugh, and enjoy. It's the circle, you heard?
Oh
I
shit!
just want
I
to
see the
make sure
countdown.
y'all ready. Make sure y'all got yourself together, man. Playing these games with y'all. To the blurry dude down there. Come on, bro. Come on, man. That's how I
What up,
do us a
nigga?
little intro.
What time is it?
Cause Sean about to
9:48.
go to sleep, and I've been taking ashwagandha, and I've been getting drowsy. It's a herb. I've been sleepy. Let me
It's a
see.
good herb.
How you like that?
It's good. I be like,
Especially
y'all know I be so chill already. So I be drowsy. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause it's like
The
it
herbal
relax
essence
you
is
and
the
whatnot.
greatest,
What you
baby.
been taking a
You still
yo,
got the
you
hair
got
on you,
like
bro.
you got a solar flare right in the middle that we can't see. Turn the lamp a little bit.
from the window, yeah.
Uh,
No, no, turn the lamp.
Where's that light coming from?
Yeah,
all right. There we go.
Yeah, it was the
There
window.
we go. All right. All right. So y'all ready? We're gonna start, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, let me give a little intro. Oh, that's got on that camera. Okay. All right, what's going on, everybody? We don't really know what we about to do, but anyway, just want to invite y'all to the circle, group of four friends that's known each other for many, many years. We keep in touch through Messenger and calls and all type of stuff and posts, and we just like, yo, why don't we just, I don't know, record our conversation, give some of our thoughts, and see what comes out of it, man. So if y'all want to call this episode one, show one, pilot, any of y'all that's watching this, whatever you want to call it, you could call it that, man. And it's Gene, I got Josh here, got
yeah.
Big S and JS. What's going on,
Yes,
fellas?
sir. Hey,
Yeah.
folks, just
Chilling.
for future references, as long as this show's going on, I did the disclaimer, and I did that to protect my man's in them. But I ain't disclaiming nothing. I said I claim everything.
Well,
I need that disclaimer.
don't worry, it'll be there just to make sure people got. He's sure got to make sure he protect his assets.
Well, same with me, so I gotta be careful too.
Yeah, I mean
Josh,
everybody.
Josh, stop with your excuses. Don't try to use Sean's excuse.
Oh
You're
man.
basically, you know
You
what?
better
That's fine.
stop. Josh really look like he been doing push-ups, bro. I
Yeah,
see
I
that.
mean
He better be a Marine, fake ass
he big.
superhero.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
even
my
jump out
god,
the
here he
plane.
yo stop doxing people, bro. You like doxing him right now. How you know if you want to put that out there? Oh, crickets! Look, look.
Hey,
See, look,
listen. Hey, listen.
look.
Transparency is the word, right? Ain't that what we doing?
Nah.
I did
Transparency.
ask what was off limits. What was off, and I didn't hear anybody say
See, thank you,
anything.
Sean.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. Look. Nothing
he
changed all
already,
these years
he already
later.
starting.
Sean and Sean sticking together.
Yeah, he already starting. So,
What?
Oh
No, I'm
shoot.
not sticking together. I'm just saying I did
and
ask,
he's going.
what was off limits because I had some stuff, but
Hold
since
on, bro. First he talking to us in computer voice. We can't
hmm
hear him, and now he just getting off the. What is going on,
Sean, I'm right here. What you mean? I had to go light my
bro?
split.
Bro, come on, bro. Like we already, yo. What time is it? Yo, it's at eight
About to
o'clock.
be 10 for
Then push
y'all.
it back to 9,
7 for
and it's
me.
about to be 10 o'clock, bro. You like we was waiting for you.
it's way past my
Listen,
bedtime.
in my defense, my apologies, but in my defense, a lot of this wait time was me trying to connect. I was born in 1987. I don't know about this new technology, my niggas.
Isn't Gene the oldest, but he knows it?
Yo,
And then me,
come on,
Look,
Is
Josh.
it Sean?
Sean,
Come
come
on,
on now. We're not talking about Gene. We're talking about me.
come on
Man,
now, come on. But still, that's no excuse, bro. I don't know what you was doing, man. You gotta call Verizon, Xfinity, Comcast, whoever there. You know what I'm saying? Whoever there.
I'm gonna holler at somebody.
Yeah, make sure, man. Make sure. So what's up, guys? It's been, I don't know, man. It's been a while since we kind of did like a video call. We normally do like voice calls, you know?
Yeah, yeah. This nigga Gene looking all professional. Got the microphone in front of him. You don't got no microphones.
I already mentioned that earlier. Like
I
crispy as hell
mean,
too.
Look, I got a fake microphone. Start talking. Start talking.
please, please don't
You know
do
something? I
that
really
to
thought that was a
Coach.
microphone for like 2 seconds.
Well, that's what happened when you smoking that stuff. You just lit it up. You just took a few hits over there hallucinating.
Why you out here trying to point out my woes and misfortunes?
Brother, I'm not. You putting your whatever you just said. You put it in front of all of us.
All right, I said 2 seconds, Gene. It ain't like I was like, oh, that's a nice mic, Sean.
It's
Anyway,
not.
what's that?
It
A
holds
phone
my
holder?
phone.
The phone
This
holder.
guy. That is that's an old person gadget, right?
I'm old, man. Old.
You're telling your age, man. Speaking of old, how long we known each other now? How long it's been?
Man.
Y'all can count? I can't even count.
So for
Gene, you
me,
my
I'm
cousin.
gonna say that I met you guys last. That's been since
You know something, Sean? Me and you was 11 years old when we linked up. Sixth grade. I was in
yeah,
sixth grade. Yeah.
11. Okay,
And what were
and
y'all
I didn't even
talking
know
about
that.
when y'all first met?
I
I don't
can't
even
even
know that.
remember.
Well,
Well,
You
no,
said
so
okay.
soap.
yeah.
Y'all was
So
talking about soap.
Aaron, what was his Was that his name? Is Big Aaron? Was it Aaron?
Yeah, and he had the brother named Travis in him.
Yeah. So I used to hang with him, and I think that he introduced us, right? Or no?
Yeah,
Oh,
because me and Aaron used to be
Aaron from
tight.
Florida?
Yeah,
Yeah. Fat Aaron with the
Oh,
fucked up eye lived on my floor.
oh.
yeah.
So yeah,
Nigga still fat.
what happened? So what happened with Aaron? Y'all got together and dumped him?
I don't know
And I
where
don't
he
know
went,
what
man.
happened to Aaron. The nigga just fell off the face of the earth.
He
He
just
just
vanished.
disappeared out of soul line.
I
I
forgot about
mean,
him until
it's not a
now.
bad thing to do. Disappear from
One
there,
day he
man.
lived there, and then all of a sudden he didn't, and never heard nothing from him again.
Oh my gosh,
Well, I was
Josh,
always at his
what
house.
time? Yo, what? How old was Josh when his mother started sending him outside?
Shit, she didn't trust us with Josh till Josh was about 12, 13.
Because
Yeah, he.
originally I was with Lester, which I actually met Sean. I met Sean through Lester, and I just started kicking it with y'all. And I met Big Sean through Sean, and that's when I met you, and we all just started kicking it because I knew your brother, Gene, and we grew up
Well,
together.
well, yeah, you met me through Lester. That is true. But you wasn't allowed to come outside when you was with
What is
Lester.
so important off camera that you keep doing?
I'm looking at
Dude,
my messages right quick, man. I got hoes.
come on, no man,
Look at
Oh, he's
area
supposed to
code.
be.
Nah, man,
bro.
nah. You ain't got
No,
no right, man.
no. After we've been sitting here waiting and just kicking it and listening to your computer voice and watching
Now,
the
to be
internet
truthfully
right
honest,
now,
I was
you got
fixing
your.
my wires. I was fixing my wires so I didn't trip
Literally,
over them and unplug myself.
All right.
do you know if you have ADHD?
I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
I
mean,
do, but my mother never let me exhibit it. I got whoopings.
yeah, I mean,
I'm
like
pretty sure
you
I'm
know, you
bipolar,
just
got ADHD. I was supposed to be
Yeah,
brain dead when I was born. The doctor told my mother any children she was going to have was going to be brain dead. But my mother said, no, to be not. We're going to get a whooping. Y'all laughing. This shit real. Oh, I ain't never told y'all niggas nothing else, man. Yo, how y'all do?
Wait,
I thought I had
how,
friends, yo. This is
wait.
crazy.
How come we never heard about this?
You did. Well,
I did.
y'all didn't because my mother,
No,
she wouldn't allow me to say shit like that.
oh,
She said that the doctor got no control over what God wants.
Yeah,
yeah,
And that
that's
it's
was her
true.
true.
excuse to whoop.
That's
No,
how.
don't say yeah. That was her excuse to whoop me.
No, that
Come
sounds
on
like
now.
her. Come on,
no,
we all
I
know that
mean,
sounds
there
like
is
her.
nothing like a strong black woman. I mean, like, hold
Strong,
on,
not crazy, Sean.
listen,
Y'all got sent
like,
to my house to get in trouble. That's
like
crazy.
what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah.
Lester's mom whooped the autism out of him.
No. She was beating him, not knowing he had dyslexia. She felt bad
Come
afterwards.
on.
Oh,
Come on, man. What is wrong with y'all, yo? What
See,
is wrong with
I
y'all?
got ADHD whooped out of me. Nobody else went through that.
No disrespect to the autistic population at all. We love everybody.
oh,
Yeah, autistic
I
don't mean like
got daughter, and I'm good.
handicap,
Nah, you just learn different, man. I used to
right?
yeah, no, I used to work in a school actually, elementary school with the autistic population. It was some
Oh,
of my best years working, man. I learned a lot to be honest. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
Oh,
Just
listen. When I worked at CPW with them kind of people, I loved it because they can only be who they are. They can't fake it. They can't hide them.
what do
If
you
they
mean?
assholes, they assholes.
What do
If
you
they not,
mean
they
them?
not.
What do you mean them kind of
disclaimer.
people?
All
Disclaimer.
right. I had a consumer in there one time, right? He was one of my
Hey,
favorite ones. We called him
hey,
Herbie.
yeah. Just go back to the beginning of the video with the disclaimer because I don't know what.
All right, I had a consumer. Let me not say his name because that's making hip laws. I almost fucked up. Edit that out, Gene. All right, so I had a consumer. He was one of my favorite. But the
You just
motherfucker,
said his name
he was
again,
kind of
bro.
ticked. He was kind of bugged out. He used to walk down the hallway and be like, "Get from behind me, bitch," and he'll turn around and like jerk at you, and he'll laugh if you like jump back. So it was one lady. I'm telling her, "Don't play with Herbie." She put his hands up. That nigga punched her across the floor, but he was cool with me. You feel me? I could go in the classroom like, "Yo, Herbie, what you doing?" He'd be like, "No, no." He knew what he was doing. That's why it was funny to me. I fucked with him. If he was gonna have a bad day, he didn't hide it. He came
You
in there and
still,
he cursed you out.
I hate to tell you, you still violating HIPAA laws because you done said his name like 4 times. Yo,
Edit those parts out, Gene. This is what editing is for.
nah,
That's gonna be his thing.
you,
The whole
you,
He's the
But you
you
know
editor.
ain't
what? I
gonna be
don't work
having
there
me.
no more, so I don't give a fuck.
You ain't gonna be having
It
me
don't
do
And he's not
extra
matter.
even
work.
alive no more.
Talking
It
about
don't
edit it
matter.
out, have me do
What's
He's
extra
not
work.
even
Nah,
alive
bro.
no more. He good. He can't hear it.
That's crazy. That's you, Josh. You never, Josh. You went straight to the Marines. So you like all your work experiences just in the government.
Yeah, but I also do a lot of autistic people there too.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be
No,
surprised.
they
In
just
the military?
seem autistic. The government ain't letting
Oh,
them
but I
in if
didn't
they
hear
really
about that.
autistic.
Really?
Yeah, they act like it. So
Josh just
Oh,
I
okay.
told you. See, Josh
Come
dissing
on,
him.
man.
They just act. Okay,
But you
This
need a
guy over
disclaimer
here,
for me. You see how he just compared regular people to, let me not say regular people, because we
regular
can curse for
people,
that
bro.
too,
What
right?
is wrong with you, bro?
Yo, listen, man, it's my first show. I'm trying to learn. I just caught my own self
And
though.
this
I said,
might be
let
your
me
damn
nah,
backtrack.
last. Talk about your first show.
so the political correct term is neurotypical.
Nobody's saying that every time, Sean.
Exactly.
Like I'm just
All right, I'm
like
just
just
telling you,
Those that
man.
are not on the spectrum, he just compared to the ones on the spectrum.
Okay.
I don't
but
even know if you want to say it that way.
to answer
But
your
just
I think
question,
that
G,
I'm on the spectrum, honestly.
you
We
think?
I mean, I
all
look back
are.
at everything.
everybody's on the spectrum.
I mean, I look back at my life and I'm like,
Oh
yo,
my gosh.
man, I'm pretty sure that I'm on the spectrum. Like, it's not just
Mhm.
a stutter and Gene ass. Hey, man, I'm buffering. Chill out.
Nigga
Well,
video did look like he froze right quick. It ain't just a stutter.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
So
it ain't
what?
just my video.
I don't even know how we like. Gosh, I guess I'll engage this, bro. But whatever. What like what? Name a situation that made you think that happened in the past. You're just like,
To me,
Y'all know my
yeah,
situation,
you.
so I ain't gotta name nothing.
look, you know my situation too.
I
So
punched the wall, and Sean said I might break my hand, and I said, "So what? I got another one." If that ain't a spectrum person, I don't know what is.
That's an idiotic
well, I
person. That's what
mean,
that was back then.
That's still the spectrum, no?
Nah,
That's
you
spectrum
trying to you
behavior,
trying to
G.
give an excuse for a poor decision.
so
No, it was a poor decision, but it's still spectrum behavior.
I
No, it's
avoid
hold
eye
on,
It's
Sean.
contact.
not.
No. I ain't let him off the hook. No.
Okay.
At that time, that moment in time, you displayed low emotional intelligence. You didn't have control over your emotions back then.
Mm,
That's what
This
that
nigga
was.
just called me emotionally stupid.
I
Back
mean,
then, I said,
I
and if you
love you,
just
Sean, but But yes, back then, yes,
Yeah, that's what that is. I
we
ain't
were
like.
all. So I'm gonna say that Gene was probably the most mature because I know I was dumb and I learned a lot as I grew. I mean, I learned a lot. I mean, I was
G wasn't
retarded.
the most mature. What it was is all the older women liked him, so he had no choice but to put on a certain face and facade. Piece of
What?
shit.
Reminds me of Sean when I was like, I think Sean has a crush on Gene. 'Cause he was like, only reason all these women like Gene is because he got those sleepy bedroom eyes. I was like,
Oh my
I just
god!
saw
Come on, bro.
sleepy bedroom
Yo,
Yo,
bro. I've never
yo,
heard anybody say
yo.
that.
Come on, man. Here you go. Here you go,
wait
bro.
a
Here you
minute.
go.
He said his eyes is lazy.
Yo, what?
No, you said sleepy bedroom eyes.
I do remember
Yo,
that.
come on, man. What y'all
I
doing,
can't
bro?
believe you,
Nah,
Sean.
you've been out in New York too long,
I
bro. You
can't
gotta
believe you,
pause
Sean.
that. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Hey, you
All
really
right, there
like?
is some things that's off limits. I ain't think about it. We gonna think about it now.
All
This nigga
right.
just wild out on me. I can't believe
Yo,
and I
what made you
trusted
think?
you.
What made you think about that? Like, I don't.
E2 Brute.
Like, you just that's. Uh, I don't know why you. Why would you even bring that up?
E2
That's
Brute.
funny.
This is
That's funny. I
crazy.
mean,
Anyway,
I don't care. So why don't y'all say, listen, you can say anything you want about me. He pooped outside. He pooped on himself. He peed on himself.
So I do remember.
I did
Actually,
all
I do remember.
that.
And Gene, I do remember one event that happened, and for obviously, like we're all like majority of us are married now. We're like we have a family now. But I do remember that one time that we went down to New York in the subway.
Shots at
Gene
me.
did not say a word, and he was able to get a number from the
Like,
chick. And I was like,
yo,
he didn't say a word. All he did was just look. He did like his little look, and she just like right before she got out, she just passed the number. I
she
think
hit
she
it to
passed it
me,
to you.
right?
Yeah, to you.
She hit it
And
to
you
me.
told Sharice, she's like,
To
no, it's
give
for
to
your
him.
friend.
I thought that it was mine. She was like, no, not you. It broke my whole
I'd
heart.
have
But
tore
the
that
thing
bitch
is,
number up. He'd have
I don't
never got it.
understand. Yeah,
Bitch,
that's what
fuck
I was like.
you.
I don't
You
understand.
nah,
use
Like,
we
me
were.
like that. I
Nah, I
got
remember that.
feelings.
We was on like the one, the two train, right? Because we left from Van Cortlandt that time. We was going down to the city, I think. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
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 But the fact
I
you
remember
didn't
that.
say a single word, all you did was give her a look, and
Yeah,
she
he didn't
immediately was
say
like
nothing. All of us
in
were
a
like
trance,
laughing
immediately in a
and talking.
trance.
He didn't say nothing. And then
She
she
didn't
Hey,
gonna
say a
tap
single word.
me, hand me her number, and I'm
Hey
looking at it. I'm
G,
all
you know what's
proud.
up?
And then she
hey,
goes, not you.
shoot or shoot,
Like,
shoot or shoot, bro.
Yeah, I got a question for you, G.
Yo, talk
When
to
we
me.
was younger, right? And we got on the train, it was me, you, and your white friends and shit. Did you see that cop that was about to pull me off for that liquor I had?
Oh, nah, that
Oh
was at
shit, I remember
242nd.
that.
I didn't see him. I would have told you. I would have told you.
Motherfucker jumped right on the train. He had a book bag on, Jordans and all that. Like he about to go ball and pulled the badge right out his shirt. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, he just took it. He took it though and gave you a ticket, right? A citation.
Yeah, he gave me a ticket. You know, I never went and answered for that shit.
I
Yeah,
was about
I
to
was in
they
the
say,
probably still
Bronx.
looking for you.
As long as I ain't get
I
caught in the Bronx, I was good. That was over 7 years ago. It's over. Statute of
mean,
limitation.
with you guys, you remember we was young and everybody, and I didn't even drink, but they wrote me a ticket. I ain't never paid it. So Josh paid his.
I had
I
to,
didn't
man. I
get
was
it.
doing the
I don't think
military.
I got it. I
I
don't
didn't have
think
that
I
shit in
got
my
a
home.
citation.
Yeah,
Huh?
Gene somehow always escapes citations. I'm starting to think this nigga was on the side talking to them.
I
And
don't
I
think
was
I
like,
got. I don't think I
I
got one.
wasn't
That
even
I remember
drinking.
that day.
Starting to think every time he see it, he's like, hey, listen, man, I'm just letting you know whatever you find, I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's all. That's all.
I was like, I didn't even drink. I'm not paying this.
Yeah, they was on it, bro. I
Yeah,
remember that. We used to, but it's crazy. Think about that. We talking about taking the train from Westchester down to the city. It's like so many like things has
yeah.
changed so crazy now. Where like so Uber there, Uber everywhere. Well, now obviously like you drive or whatever, but
Ubering
that was
shit.
the days, bro. We used to have to take the bus to the train. Oh my gosh,
I'm still
Yep.
that
taking
was.
the bus to the train. I'm sitting here trying to fucking listen. Look, man, I'm out here.
Why y'all laughing, bro?
Cause I don't got no. This how you know these are your real friends when they laugh at the shit that ain't supposed to be funny.
I mean, I
Yeah.
love Sean, so I'm
This
gonna
is my
laugh.
life. Niggas
But
is cracking
I'm
up
gonna
at my
always
life.
have
This
his
is
back.
crazy.
I'm gonna always have. He can call in the middle of the night. and I'm gonna have his back. He can wake me up because he's excited, and there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, excited to make us wait 2 hours.
Yo,
Like,
Gene, why
nah,
you keep bringing up old shit, man? We're trying to have a good time here,
nah,
and you just keep on jumping out the window with this
I'm
shit.
not
Why
letting
you
it. I'm
can't
not
never let
letting.
it go?
Yo, first of all, y'all, hold on. I'm not even talking to y'all right now. I'm talking to the people. First of all, y'all, he was harassing me this whole time to
Facts.
get on the podcast, get on the podcast, get on the podcast. I said, yo, you know what, bro? We could do this. We could create this for the friends, whatever. We set the date. Today's the date, y'all. Today is the date. We had the time. We agreed on it. We get to the time. He like, I gotta do something real quick. What you mean you gotta do something real quick?
Yeah, he was
And
talking to the
it
cops on
wasn't
the
quick, by
side.
the way,
This
y'all.
is crazy.
It ended up being a 2 hour delay. And then he jumped on the live looking like an unlocked character. Like
You should have
this
recorded
dude,
that. I'm telling you, you should
this
have
dude
So,
got
recorded.
so,
some nerve, and then he started talking like D2R2, whoever that is for Star Wars. Like
D2
couldn't
art.
see him, couldn't understand him,
so
and then
now you want to throw shots.
nah, man, because you had us waiting, bro. So you better be a all star
Bro,
tonight, a contributor, okay,
bro,
all
you
star
literally
contributor
hyped
in this
this all up.
conversation.
For like a straight
Hold
week, you
up,
hyped
man.
this all
You
up.
know,
You were
You know,
pumped.
first of all,
so
no, let me tell you your steps again. You harassed me for a month or two, right?
yeah, to fuck up your podcast.
No,
You
I'm
wouldn't
not
even
done.
invite me on there
Hold
with
on,
your
bro.
other friends
Hold
so I
on,
can fuck his shit up.
hold on. I'm not done. You harassed me for a month or two. Then you woke Sean out his nice sleep at 3:30. Then you make us wait for 2 hours, and then we can't see you or hear you. That's all the things
Yo,
you
we've
did.
been
I didn't make
recording for
that up.
24 minutes now. Why you got to keep bringing up old shit, Gene?
Well, 21 minutes, 30 seconds. But
He
okay.
said he ain't good at math, Josh. He said that in the beginning.
No, I
Oh
didn't say no.
yeah, hold
First
on,
of all,
hold
my
on,
vision
Sean.
was blurry, so I thought I seen 24, but I'm looking now. I see 20. Don't
Hold
that don't
on.
got nothing
We
to do with
just
ain't
did
nobody
math.
add, subtract,
We
multiply,
just did
nothing right there.
math.
You
I
niggas is
want to
starting
hear
to really
about
all right,
Sean's
all
math
right,
problem.
all
Hold
right.
I
on.
want to hear
Hold
about
on.
Sean's math
Oh,
problem.
oh, y'all wanna hear about my math equation.
Yeah, how you count? Yeah, how you
Yeah.
count, bro? Tell
No,
your
that's not
story.
how I count. I said multiply. See, don't do this, Gene. That don't
All
have nothing
right,
to do
well
with counting. And it
tell your
only
story
works
then.
with multiplication. Okay, this is my
Tell us
theory.
story.
Okay,
Yep.
you have an original number that gets multiplied,
No, use
right?
a number, bro. Don't say original number. Use a number.
Okay,
Hold on,
so
hold
I'm gonna
on.
give y'all
Let
a
him talk.
few
Let him
different
talk.
examples so that I can show y'all that like no matter what numbers that I'm picking, the math that I'm talking about goes the same way each and every time. Okay, so 12 times 1 is 12 all day, right? You multiply 12 one time, you got 12. But you have an original 12 that was multiplied from. So my theory is anything that is the first number that comes before the x needs to be added into the answer that you get. So 12 times 1 is 12, but then your original 12 added to what you got after you multiplied will give you 24 when you leave the building. Now, 1 times
Where
12
the
is
hell the
also
building come
12.
from?
Huh?
Where the hell the building come from?
This is just to give you a visual. And
I
1
got
times
it.
12 is also 12 all day, but your original number was 1 that came before, that was the first number before the x. So you add 1 to 12, and now that's 13. If you walk into somebody's shop with $12 and they say, let me multiply your $12 by zero, come back and don't hand you shit, not even the $12 that you walked in with, you just got robbed, motherfucker. So why would you ever accept 12 times zero being zero if you had 12 already?
You don't have 12. You have zero. You have
No,
12
you walked
zero.
in with 12 and somebody multiplied your 12 by zero, then handed you absolutely nothing, not even your $12 back.
You did not walk in with 12 because if you walked in with 12, you would have to walk in with one of 12 things. You can't walk in with 12 of zero. So it don't
Sean,
work.
12 is the original number. Before that's the first number before the X. So 12 is the number that you walked in the bill. If you got $12 in your hand and
Okay,
you
yeah,
walk into a shop
$12,
and they say, let me
bill.
multiply your 12 by zero, and they go to the back and come back out there and don't give you a damn thing, not even your $12 back, didn't you just get robbed?
If they say I'm going to multiply your 12 by zero, it means that I'm going to give you 12 zeros, 12 nothings. So yes, you were robbed and you agreed to it. That's what
No,
I'm
see, this is what I'm saying. They didn't get nothing after they multiplied by zero, because of course you don't get nothing if zero is the number that you're multiplying. You can't even multiply zero, which is
You
another
didn't
thing I'm
get
about to get to.
nothing, but they
Which
took
is
your
another thing I'm
original
about to get
amount.
to. But like, because like what I'm saying is, you have an original number. They can't say let me multiply anything if there's no number there. You know what I'm saying? So at best, what you can say to me is you didn't multiply when you use ones or zeros, right? You just counted what I had. So then how do you use the word multiply? You can't
So
even use the word multiply because you didn't do shit.
multiplication is just a fast way of adding. So that's
All
the way I
right.
see it. It's
So if
adding,
I have 12 of
but
something and you multiply it by one and you come up with the answer of 12, that means you only counted what I had in my hands.
yeah, you only counted
So
12.
then you
You had
didn't multiply. Why are you using the
$12.
word multiply? You did nothing.
That's just that's just how it goes. It's not
No,
cloning.
it's not just how it goes. At one point, slavery was
Not
legal. Didn't
cloning.
make it right.
No, but that's a little off topic. But yeah, okay, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You know what?
America has
I kind of
rules.
get it. I kind of get it now. Actually, though, I kind of get it. I
What
kind
do
of
you get?
get why you didn't graduate.
I got my GED, motherfucker. Don't play with me.
Damn. Damn.
Yo,
'Cause I don't
Damn.
know what
this
kind
is
of
crazy. How you?
Yeah.
what kind of
You
math
had
you
full of
did.
hope. He was so
All right,
hopeful.
5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the original number that you walked in here was 5, right? So add 5 to the 30, you got 35. 6 times 5 is also 30, but your original number was 6. Now add that to the 30, that's 36.
What did you
But wouldn't that
say?
be adding instead of
You sound
like
like I should have a pen and
division?
paper or a calculator in front of me because you just throwing numbers out there, and you're not using the rules of math, bro.
Like wouldn't it
That's
be
because who
addition?
said that those are the actual? Okay, when you multiply something,
Mathematician.
what you had, if you
Yeah,
walk in there and you
addition.
got 5 or something in your hand, right, and then they multiply from it, don't you still got the same 5 still stuck in your hand after they got their
No.
answer?
All right, so let me ask you a question, right? When let's say with your $12, right?
Uh huh.
If someone says I'm gonna double your money, how much should you have at the end if they double your money?
If they
Yeah,
double my money,
yeah, $12. If they double it,
if
how much
they
money should you
but if
have?
they doubled my money, that's not multiplication. I just got
I'm
24
not
now.
asking. No, answer this question. If they
It's
say they're gonna
24,
double your 24,
right?
why? Wouldn't they just be? Hold on. Based on your logic,
Mm.
based on your logic, you should have $36 if they're gonna double it because then they're
No,
actually gonna give you
no, they didn't say they're
24.
gonna
But
multiply
you
it by
hold
2. They
on,
said
hold
they're
on.
gonna double it.
Yeah, but you got to take your original 12 that you keep using in this scenario that you want back.
Oh,
Right,
I get
you
it.
You
doubled
see
my
what I'm
money,
saying?
which means
I
you
get it now.
duplicated it. You doubled it. There's two 12 sitting in front of me now, and both of those put together is 24.
But
So
they
when you
didn't
double
double.
something,
They
then you
didn't.
multiplied it
That's
one
it.
time.
But by your definition, they didn't double it. They just gave you an additional $12. If they
That's
doubled the
doubling it.
12,
That's
it should be
multiplying it
24 that they
once.
give you.
Well, hold on, Sean. Let me ask you this: do you believe in negative numbers? Because how do you have a negative then
There,
if you
there
don't
is there
believe
is a
in
such thing as
the
negative
rules of
numbers,
math?
only because certain stuff, like if you got two things that's supposed to contain the same property level in it, but one is weaker than the other, then now there's a negative that starts to play in there. Because if you mix both of them together, of course, it's going to try to balance itself out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if I got two cookies, right, and one of them got 3 chocolate chips in it, and the other one has 5 chocolate chips in it. And I put them
Wait,
both in a
wait, wait,
bowl
wait, wait,
and mix them
wait,
together.
wait.
And
How many
then
cookies?
now
How
both of
many?
them got 4 chocolate chips on it. That's
Wait,
because one covered up for the other one having less.
wait. Hold on. How many cookies did we start with again?
2
Two.
cookies.
There's two
Because you
cookies
2 cookies, 3 chocolate chips over here, 5 chocolate chips over
on
there.
the other one. And this is what I'm trying to explain
We on
why I
one.
can understand what negatives are. Because once you mix both the cookies into one bowl to try to, then both of them will end up having 4 chocolate chips on it, which means the one that only had 3 is the negative, and it took something from the positive to compensate for what was missing.
I gotta be slow. I ain't understand the word you said. Man.
What? That's not
I'm
negative,
sorry,
bro.
but I went out. I'm sorry.
All right.
I went
I
out.
know that's
Let's,
technically subtraction, but it's an easier way for me to process what a negative impact could do.
dude. Ain't nothing easy about what you trying to explain right now. He's talking about an easier way. What?
Well, it's
Like if
easier
you,
for me to understand it that way.
he did say he was on. Never mind. He did say he.
Kevin Gates did
You know
what?
what? You niggas ain't shit. Y'all the same motherfuckers who still think that water don't have a taste.
Oh my gosh! Here he go with another thing.
What
Who
he
said
say?
what?
Oh, no, I'm
He
sorry.
said
He
he
said
said
I
water.
he
said y'all
think
the
that
same
water
type of
don't have a
niggas who
taste.
still think that water does not have a taste.
We agreed on
Well,
that.
yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I
We
agree
did
with you
agree on
there.
that. We agree on that
Yo,
one.
yo, Sean, Big S needs some water, bro.
I'm sweating over here,
he
man.
he
I
glistening.
don't know why. I'm sweating. You guys know. I mean, I
Cause
always
he
used to
laughing
sweat
at me.
everywhere. I used to
Piece of
sweat
shit.
just walking in the hallway.
Yo,
Yo, remember we trying to
this,
play ball with Sean? As soon as we get to the park, the nigga already sweaty as shit. Like as soon as you put your forearm on, like, you know what?
I
Put the
had to
yo,
headers
bring
off.
like 5 shirts with me, man, because I had
yo,
to switch them
his
out.
Yeah,
his
And I
you had
his
couldn't
multiple
clothes
every
used to
shirts.
day.
hate the summertime.
You had multiple shirts, and you were the only nigga I knew that played in slides. You walked everywhere in slides or
Yeah,
sandals.
I still
Everywhere.
do that. I still do that.
Toes
That
out, he
rich
ain't even give a
lifestyle.
shit.
Say that again.
Said toes out, he never gave a shit.
Never gave a
No,
shit.
man.
Yeah, never cared at all. Never cared at all.
My daughter the same way now. She always sweating too.
Living
I don't.
free.
I passed it on.
There
Yeah,
you
she
go.
living free, bro. Living free. That's good.
At least
Anyway,
she got air conditioning around her. We was fucked up in the hood. One room had the air conditioning.
yeah, and if it wasn't the living room, it was your
Oh,
parents' room.
that is
Right.
true.
And you
It's
better close the
crazy,
doors. Don't be having all
right?
the air that's going through the house going into your room.
Yeah,
We used
the
to
kids
have
used to
to
suffer.
have the AC hanging out the window.
The boy used to sell
Yeah.
them at
One,
CH. They used to sell them on sale at CH Martin. So everybody was down there trying to grab the AC.
Yo, you know
CH
they
Martin and
they
ShopRite.
tore that down, right? They tore that
But
down.
CH
What?
Martin, now
really?
oh
CH
they
Martin took it
actually
down?
they're about to close all the way out. They just sold everything that was in there
Yeah.
because
Really?
the Indian dude that owned it after his dad passed sold it to somebody.
Wow.
Oh,
I
damn.
bet
Yeah.
you all
I
the
did not
Yonkers.
know that.
Josh, when's the last time? When's the last time either one of y'all been in Yonkers? Because I
I've
know it
been
ain't. I don't be there a lot, but I know it's not more
Uh,
frequent than me. And every time I go
for,
down there, it's something different, bro.
for me, it was 2021.
Oh
When
yeah.
yeah, it was
I want to
2021.
stay around
You're
on
not
Main.
even from here no more, Josh.
You
Who
It
right.
you,
was
nigga?
when
You right.
I met up with Josh and Jean at that restaurant. We
So
went
That
in
out.
was like
2021.
that was like that one was
Because that was
like
the last time Josh was
2022.
there.
Yeah.
I think.
Where did we go? La Bella Havana?
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember.
I don't remember. I was drunk.
Yeah. That's the story.
I
That's
was
the story of
Yo,
his life. He
yo.
got his drink right now.
Hold on. Speaking of that, yo, I never forget where I don't know where you and Sean was at, but I brought Josh to this house party when
Ah, here we go.
he was a certain age.
Yeah. Nah, Big Sean was there. Big Sean
Oh,
was
Big
there.
I
Sean
was
was
there
there.
with y'all. I
Oh,
was
okay,
there
okay,
Yeah.
with
okay.
y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
Hey,
while. That
Yeah.
he pulled the Michael Phelps in the wall.
yo. We about to tell our age, but if you remember like that dance to 5,000,
Oh
first of all,
shit.
First of all,
That was
there was a
2008.
girl there. There
2008.
was a girl there that Josh thought was cute. So he was dancing, doing his thing. Josh could dance, and then they started playing the 5,000. He started going ham. He did it one time. He was good. Boom, boom, boom,
Second time,
and
no.
obviously, obviously, we was having a good time, right? So Josh was, you know, right, he drinking some stuff. Shouldn't have been drinking some stuff, but he was on that juice. He was on that
You was
juice.
mixing shit.
Yo, he did the 5,000 a second time and went to pop up. I swear, I swear he broke. I swear he broke his bones and like half the stuff in the living room.
His head went
I
right
know,
into the wall.
That was mad stuff.
Hey,
I know he
so
had the Steve Urkel look on his face then.
you know how they
Yo,
try to like flip? Hey, you know how people do like flip up,
he
Sean?
tried to do a
Like
kip
when
up.
Sean, they
A
try to
kip
flip
up.
up, like flip up from the ground, like flip up into the air.
A kip up. Josh,
Yeah,
been trying to tell you what it is, brother.
I couldn't hear you. Well,
Uh-oh.
basically, long story short, I flew into the corner. And I think I hit the DJ booth. Did I hit the DJ booth? I
Yeah,
can't
yo,
remember.
you told something. He
Yeah,
did
I
a
hit the
house
DJ
party. He
booth.
made the DJ boo skip.
You stopped the whole party, man. You stopped the whole
Said,
party.
Everybody's like, oh.
said to Dave Chappelle, I told you, stop hitting the table.
I hit the table,
Nah, he
but
did. Nah, that
when
was a
nobody told
crazy
me,
yo. That was a crazy
It was
night
nice.
because I was toasted that night too. I got toasted.
yeah, you know how I know because none of y'all stopped me from telling me like, "Hey, Josh, don't mix light with dark." That was when I first experienced mixing light with dark.
Oh yeah. Nobody supposed to tell you that. You gotta experience it one time so that you know why they tell you not to do
Yeah.
it.
I don't
So
think
I was
that
fine with
I
vodka
jumped
and
back
orange
then.
juice,
I don't know.
but they ran
Huh?
a
What'd you
vodka,
say,
ran an
Sean?
orange juice.
I said I don't think that I drunk back then. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't think I
Nah, you
No,
try.
you
I
You
don't
didn't.
think
yeah,
you did. Yeah, I don't
you
think you
didn't.
did
did. Yeah.
I
because you're
did.
too busy watching over me.
I did.
Yeah,
Well, y'all know I was drinking.
yeah. I was like,
And
oh, we
smoking.
going out. Listen, and it was a house party, bro. Back when house parties was fun.
Hey,
You know
that
what I
was lit.
mean?
That was in
Shout
Whitney
out to
Young,
my
right?
boy. We still friends now. Remain
That was
nameless,
in
but
Whitney Young.
remain nameless. It was behind, yeah, it was behind that area behind Whitney Young or whatever, and those
That
Yeah.
was lit.
little
That was the best
condos.
party. That was the
Yeah,
best.
that was
I didn't have my
Trip.
first drink until I was 21
really
on my
Nah,
birthday.
I was. But you know what's crazy?
That big
My
baby.
mom,
gay.
I'm
my
not
mom
believing
took the
that.
job.
You doing that
My mom,
for your job purposes. I'm not
No,
believing
no,
that.
nah. I'm serious. I'm serious. I didn't have my first drink until I was 21, and I still have never smoked weed to this day.
Oh,
speaking
this
of
guy
That
wants
I
a this
know
guy
for
wants
sure.
a
Because I tried to
trophy.
get you to smoke with me a million
hey,
times. And that's before
speaking
you
of
got all
weed,
the way on and you wouldn't do it. I got Josh though.
yeah. Speaking of weed, I just told him. I just told him, bro. They didn't know. I told him I was like, yeah, I spoke with Sean, and that was a night to remember.
A
You
night
got
to remember.
wow.
You remember?
No, he
No,
didn't.
That was a night
I
there.
did. It was
He don't
Sour D.
remember it. Only
The first
thing
time
he
was
did
Sour
was
D.
fucking laugh the entire time. At one point, I was like, "This nigga got to be faking this shit. Ain't nothing. I don't care how you are. Ain't nothing that goddamn funny.
Yeah, it was. It
It was
was
good.
funny.
It was good. It was
Nothing
good.
happened. Me and him standing right next to each other. He's laughing.
I told you I was hearing sirens when we went up to the roof.
Wait, on the roof? What y'all doing on the roof? Y'all got
Why you
high.
hear him on the roof and he hearing stuff?
You
Yo,
could
Yeah,
have
I'm
jumped
serious.
off, Sean.
this why his mother never let him hang out until he got older.
Why you take him to the
Hey,
roof?
No,
hold
it
up.
Hey,
wasn't because of stuff
Sean.
like that. It's because Josh used to try to do Spider-Man type of shit. So she didn't trust him around people. She needed to know that somebody could like control this little motherfucker. You know, he is
But
the type of nigga that
but
ties sheets
hold
and
on.
plastic bags together and try to climb out of 6th floor flights.
Hey, real disclaimer, real quick. I was literally like 8 years old when I did that. I'm just
No,
letting
you
y'all know.
wasn't.
How
I
you
was
gonna
eight
put a
years old. I was
disclaimer
touching
about something
liquid
that you claiming, Josh?
because you're trying to make it seem like I did it when I was like 18 or 19 when I was 8 years old. That's what you're not even saying.
You
You
wasn't
see,
8 years
you
old,
trying to
Josh.
say
You
that?
was in
You
your
were
double
older than
digits.
No, I wasn't.
8,
I
Josh.
was literally eight or
You
nine
sure
years
Nah,
old.
was. My mother
you were
called you. You was
older
like
than 8.
11.
I never forget, Josh. We somehow miraculously was walking the back way when you did it. We
Yeah,
saw
but I'm
you.
saying I was
You
like
was
eight
like
or 9 years
11.
old. I
You
was not
got
in my
put
I
on
double
wasn't
punishment
digits.
there.
from
I wasn't
school.
I
Yeah.
was not in my double digits. I was literally 8 or 9 years old. I was not in my
Me
double digits.
Josh,
me and
it's all
Sean
right,
me and
Josh. We all
Sean
did dumb shit. You tried to
me and
I'm
climb
Sean
not
out the
had
saying
came
window
that.
from
with
the
sheets
store.
and
I'm
plastic
not
bags
saying that
from
in
the
you.
6th floor.
I'm not saying that what I do. I'm not saying I didn't do it. I did
The
do it,
yellow
but I was not
shot
in my
right
double digits.
bags. This motherfucker got sheets of yellow shot right bags in between them.
I did. Ain't no shame in that. Ain't no shame in that. But I'm just telling you, I was not in my double
Like the
digits.
plastic wasn't gonna stretch out and let you go.
I love how he's like, ignoring what I'm saying. Really, I was not in my double digits. It's better than wearing a dress when I was 12 or 13 years old.
I never wore no fucking dress. Yo, Josh, what's wrong with you? I ain't never wore no fucking dress.
Bikini. It's better than doing bikini when I was
It was
12 or
a
13 years
bikini.
old.
It was a bikini.
Josh, you got eyes every other day.
Oh
Whoa,
my
Jesus.
God! Yo,
There he went. There he
time
come
out,
on
Oh,
now.
time
now I
out,
know. Oh,
time
now
out,
it's whoa. Now it's
time
whoa.
out,
Niggas trying to
For
talk about me wearing a
time
bikini.
out.
Now we saying whoa.
Hey,
episode 2.
time out, time out. Too much,
Episode
too
two.
much, too much, too much.
Let's not
Anyway,
go
let's
that
go.
far yet. Let's not
Yeah,
go that
too much.
far.
You say
He
that.
already went there for. Oh, you know
You
something?
say that.
All you
Don't
niggas is
empty
the
it.
same. Y'all
Don't empty the
allow
clip.
people to say shit to me, and when I retaliate, now it's too
Nah,
far.
All right,
No,
fine. Go
it was
ahead.
too far when
no,
they did it.
Fine.
nah. Don't empty the clip. You gotta empty the clip. Then what you gonna talk about the rest of the time?
Oh, we got a million other stories, but I'm gonna save some.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
just don't empty the
I'm
clip.
gonna
But
save the stuff that I used to know.
dang, Josh pulled
Right,
out the
Josh?
sniper. Josh pulled out the sniper rifle. Gosh, yo,
Yeah.
You
Sim-
literally
he
ignored
went
Right now,
everything
simplify
I
on
said. I
you,
was
bro.
not in the digits. I'm not saying that I
He
didn't do it.
tried to
I did do it.
embarrass
I
a
just
nigga,
did
not
not
get
do it.
nobody to laugh. He wanted somebody to be. He tried
all
to
right.
hurt me with that.
In
I'm just saying.
all
I'd rather.
fairness, Sean was tricked. He was tricked. My sister said
Tricked into
That he
doing
I
was
what?
used
dumb.
to
That's what
wear
it was.
her bikinis, and then she told Sean that she thinks that he would look cute in it.
No, she
And
didn't. She
then
said that y'all all tried it on, but y'all too big, so she wanted to see how it fit.
And you went
And
with.
you helped her out, talk, and you sat there, snickered, laughed, and shook your head, yeah, like you did it.
I didn't think he was really gonna wear the dress. Like what? I mean, that's the
Yo,
dress.
Sean,
Wear the bikini. But I didn't know better, Sean.
yo,
Like I said,
commercial break. Commercial break.
I was commercial. Wait, commercial.
Commercial break, man.
I
Commercial
was
break, man. We'll be back
emotionally.
after this word from
Nah,
our
man, you
sponsors.
can't. Come on, you keep cutting Big Sean off, man. He malfunctioning. Like,
Yeah, man. You know.
let him get his
I'm trying to
sentence
cut
out.
him off. He's trying to embarrass me still. Let it go.
Oh, I'm not embarrassing you. I was helping you with the story. I was like, you got tricked. It wasn't like you
I mean, it don't
wanted to
really
wear
help.
it.
It don't really
It
help
don't
because
help. And you
it
help with
happened.
the
It
trickery,
happened.
Sean.
That was a long time ago, man. Look, you bringing up stuff. I apologized.
I don't.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No.
So all these years, you
All these years,
holding
all
on
you
to
do is
that.
crack up every time Linda say it.
All right, hold on, Sean. I apologize for letting my sister trick you into wearing her two piece.
All right, Sean. All right, Sean.
No, not
Yeah,
for real. No,
that
for
was
real. For
like
real.
that was like the first sentence he said without stuttering. I think he meant it.
Yeah, look, man, look.
That's the worst part. He just gave me a backhanded apology.
Because when he lying, he could talk straight.
This is true.
That's
This
why
is
he
true.
could never lie to his wife, boy. She be like, hold on, you ain't stutter not one time.
Yeah, you made too much sense all the way through
Where
the
you been?
sentence. Nope.
Where you been?
Give me the car keys, nigga.
That's crazy. So everybody, you know what's crazy? Because you ever find yourself, right? Since we talking about old times, now we all got kids, bro. You ever find yourself
Crazy.
like talking to your kids or your kid how your parents spoke to you?
All the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll be
Well,
like, oh gosh, where'd that come from? It's annoying, bro.
I had to
see,
call my mother and tell her, I understand you completely now, Ma.
yeah,
I
well,
apologize.
no. I understand my kid. I'm like, you know what? I've done that too. But you should be doing it.
But you can't show them that. Like you gotta
I mean,
maintain
I
discipline.
do.
You
I'm
ain't
not
got to. They
saying
part of your
I'm
DNA.
the
They just
man.
somehow know how to do it.
But at the same time, you can't be mad at them for that because you're like, damn, I did that.
You
You
can be
can't.
mad because it was stupid when you did it.
It was. And I'm trying to say, hey, listen, learn from me. But that's not how it works. I mean, everybody just they want to learn their own way, you know.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
again, they can't learn from you if you never told them that you made that mistake. You tried to hide that from them, and they just ended up doing it.
I made lots of mistakes. I mean, my whole life was just a bunch of just lucky mistakes that
Speaking of
worked
which,
out.
Sean, remember you had something that you wanted to speak about, and I felt like what you was talking about is like something kind of powerful that people kind of need to hear. So, could you elaborate on what you was wanted to speak on about speaking to
Well,
your younger self?
Yeah, 16
Oh,
versus
oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
so
So let me ask you guys, since we are all older and we knew each other in our teens, I like to do a thing where I go dare 16-year-old me, and I just like I give myself advice on things that I know now. Like I would say, hey, don't worry about trying to make the football team. Work on your grades just a little bit more. I mean, I played a lot of football, but I hated football, but I was good at it. So I just played. Which is
wait.
I know Sean's like you hated
Oh,
football. Man, they had me in there every play of every down. I'm bleeding, I'm hurt. It was crazy.
so
And
you was
he telling
so
the
that's
truth.
you was
He
that's
stuttered, so he
interesting.
telling the truth. Remember?
Yeah, that's interesting that you would
Yeah.
say that to your 16-year-old self. Like, don't worry about making the. I mean, back then, bro, because we had so much talent across the city, you actually had to try to make the
Yeah.
team for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. You would say focus on your grades. So, but why? Like, honestly, would it be so you could go to a different school, a better school? Like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Different academic opportunities, obviously.
I wish I networked like earlier and then I learned
Hmm.
about business earlier. I mean, because
Hmm.
when you are raised in the hood, it's a different mentality. You just want to survive and
Mhm.
it's about respect. But
Yeah,
once you're out of there, then you don't got to worry about that stuff.
yeah,
It's about how to make money,
yeah.
how to meet people, how to have fun. Like it just
How
changed.
to win friends and influence people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's just crazy.
It's
I
really
mean,
interesting. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
nah. So, Sean, what advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Uh, thank God I'm at the point in my life where I can give my 16-year-old self some solid advice now. Because some years ago, I shouldn't have spoke to my 16-year-old self then. But what I would tell my 16-year-old self right now is calm down. You don't got to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta you don't gotta exhibit toughness all day every day. You don't gotta be the most uh straightforward person all the time. You know, but I would tell my 16-year-old self also is stop playing around in school. My intelligence was off the chart. I just played with it too much. And I would have told myself, slow down, focus up.
I think it's interesting when you're talking about you don't gotta you would say you don't gotta like act tough and prove yourself all the time because I feel that just in society in general, especially as a black man, that sometimes most of our worth is tied to what we can prove, what we can provide, and sometimes how much of a facade we can have as well too. So I think it's interesting. Like you would like teach yourself that.
Yeah,
Nice. I
And
like
it's
that.
difficult. It's difficult when you think about Sean's first point about growing up in the hood where we all grew up at. You didn't
right.
really you didn't have no choice. You couldn't be
Right. That's
soft. Like
survival.
yeah, you couldn't be like you could do your own thing and whatnot and be
Right.
different from what
It's
everybody
better
else
than
was doing, which
hindsight.
we were different. We wasn't doing what everybody else was doing. But
Right.
you couldn't be no punk. You couldn't be a sucker unless you
Mhm.
wouldn't survive. You wouldn't survive.
You can't go outside if you was.
Hmm.
I thought for
True.
sure. I don't know if you felt this way, but I thought that I wouldn't make it to
Yes.
my 18th birthday.
Yes, yes. I had
I
that.
was
I
yeah.
actually had that. that not that thought, but I had that memory of that thought earlier this week. Like I literally
Yeah.
had that memory of this thought where I was like, I guess, right?
I
So
mean,
with that mentality, to your point, what future plans do you make if you don't even expect to make it to that
Right,
age?
right.
And I never thought it would be because I was doing something. I
yeah,
just honestly
exactly.
thought I would be at the wrong place,
At
the
this
wrong
one
The
time.
time,
environment you
yeah.
in, right.
I
So
don't know
like
how
and
many
it's,
times I've walked in the stairs and
Yeah,
I saw things that I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
oh
yeah, so
man,
yeah,
what's going on right
and
now?
right.
it's funny that y'all say that y'all had the feeling like that y'all might not make it to your 18th birthday, excuse me. Because not only did I feel that way, but y'all seen it, my family felt that way. You know what I'm saying? They told y'all when Sean said he was going to college for criminal law stuff, Mom Shirley said good, because Sean gonna need a lawyer. I said, God damn.
Damn. Damn.
Nah, it's real, bro. I mean, Sean, you right. Sean, you walking the staircase, see something, you be like, never mind, I'm gonna take the pissy staircase.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right.
But bro, think about that. Think about yo,
Hold
y'all.
on. Let me
Hold
elaborate because there's a lot of people that don't know that there is.
two staircases.
Yeah, yeah. So it's one that's dirty
Th-
and run down,
That's the
and then there's
regular.
one
That's the regular.
that's
The regular.
pissy.
The
Right.
pissy.
The dirty ran
Horrible.
down
Everybody
one is the
pisses.
one you
You
use to
know,
go up and down the stairs.
it's 10 times
Everybody.
worse.
The pissy one is when you can't make it to a toilet.
Yeah.
Go right there. You good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all remember because I was in building two. So obviously, like my first floor was the first floor, but then you had the basement floor, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I honestly stayed away from that floor, but I would go down there sometimes. But I can't tell you how many times I went down there, and I was like, ugh. That, I'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm cool. I'm just going out this way. I'll see y'all later. Like, you know what I mean? But Josh, what would you tell your 16-year-old self?
Honestly, I would definitely tell myself, hey, don't take anything personal. Everybody that's like picking on you, that's messing with you, they're there,
Oh,
they're doing that to make you stronger, to make you better, like both mentally and physically.
oh, nice.
That's
And
a very
Yeah,
honestly,
mature
You're
observation.
welcome, Josh. You're
yeah, wow.
welcome.
and and
Yeah, you
honestly,
know.
and this is like a side note, honestly, like you need to learn how the world works because I
Hmm.
came fresh out of high school. You guys already know. I'm gonna say like I actually joined the military immediately after because college, but then I was like, damn, if I'm acting like this in high school, I'm probably gonna act even worse in college. So let me join the military and I can go through
Oh
college
yeah.
through that. Learn how to be disciplined, how to be bearing because they test you. Like you get yelled at, they call you names, they call you bitch. Like you have to learn how to have that bearing and that discipline. So take everything you learn that they teaching you, like learn that to heart. Cause I joining, like I didn't know how to drive a car. I didn't get my license till I was like in the military. I didn't know how to change a oil, change a tire.
Hmm.
Like I wish I would have learned all that now, knowing like back then that way I could prepare myself. But the biggest thing that I have to say is like, don't take anything personal. Like everything is a learning experience. Like they're just making sure that you're prepared for the real world.
I think
Hey,
that's mad insightful. I wanna ask you something, and it probably lead us into another conversation that we all could have, right? But why do you feel like you didn't learn or know those things, or do you feel like it wasn't a need or it wasn't important to you? We talking about changing the tire or oil for the car and things of that sort.
by the way, you still a bitch.
Man, let him answer my question, man.
It's all right because if he see me now, he get his ass dropped. But anyway, to continue on, the reason why
Yeah.
I say that now is because when you like, and it's not just military; it's like college as well. Because like stuff like they don't teach you stuff like this in high school. And
Mhm.
being from New York, I mean, you're different, Gene, because you actually had a car when you were young. I didn't know how to drive or anything, but
Yeah, you're the only
moving out
one.
to Cali, it's like open roads. Like you need a car. Like you need to learn how to like take care of your car. You need to learn about insurance. I didn't know any of that. Thankfully, I had great mentors that taught me, but I didn't know any of that. And they all knew. They was like, "Wait, where you from?" I'm from New York. Oh, okay, that explains it. Because you used to be taking the subway, you used to taking the bus, you used to taking
Yeah,
the
we didn't
cab.
have cars.
Yeah.
They
You
trying
had
to
to worry
diss
about
you,
that.
Josh.
So Gene had
That's
yo
jungle.
Gene. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you probably you had a car, but I always felt like you had an advantage, and I think that your advantage was Ron. I mean, you were the only one of us that actually had a father figure around, who could show you stuff, and we had to learn from each other.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that's
Yeah,
definitely a main component to the equation, right? Just to kind of have someone in there that you could look at certain things, whether if I agree with everything or not, to have
hmm
a person that you could look at and say, okay, I should do this, or no, I shouldn't do that. It was just
hmm
it was just great to learn from, like you said,
yeah,
right? Great to learn from. And then I had a very tight relationship with my grandfather as well too, and Mount Vernon, who taught me how to drive, taught me all that stuff and everything. And then when I go home, I had the man to like keep me straight. You know what I mean? Keep me in line. Like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, X, Y, Z. Now, I'm not saying I listen to everything because no kid
yeah,
listens to everything, but most things I was able to listen to. And yeah, like my pops Ron, he helped me get my first car. He took me to get my first car. And it was a hoopty, man. That Geostorm with the purple
Yeah,
yo,
light.
that
we
shit
were
got us
all
through.
jacked
That
in
shit
that
got us through
thing.
the
We were
storms,
Yeah.
though,
jacked.
boy.
The
It was so
1990.
tiny,
You
but
had to
but
fight the
we loved it.
shotgun
That's
though,
all we
because you sit in the back and you hit a bump, your head is hitting that window back there. You had to try to
Yeah.
lay down a little bit and put your neck
And
all the way on the
Gene had
cushion.
us everywhere. We were going everywhere
Yeah.
because Gene just so Gene loved to play basketball and he
Yeah.
loved to go
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Love
Yeah,
He
is an
loved to
Everywhere.
travel.
understatement, but yeah,
yeah.
You,
he lived and breathed. He lives and breathes basketball.
y'all don't feel like that helped us though? I
Oh
always
yeah, yeah.
No,
I
dude.
always talk about that to this day, bro. Like if you ask anybody, even some of the younger guys in the hood, like, yo, who took you out the hood to go play basketball somewhere else? Like, that was me. Like, yo,
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, we
listen,
go.
listen. When I was younger, so I said, listen, I don't want to live in the hood. I want to be middle class. But he was bringing me places, and I'm like, yo, this is so clean. And they had like
Yeah,
nice cars and everything. There was no trash. I'm like,
yeah,
why are these people living like this?
yeah,
And then I
I ain't
learned,
They
gonna
ask
lie to
why
you.
they living clean.
yeah, yeah,
Nah, but nah. But Sean makes a great point because Gene took us everywhere, and we're like, damn, there's cleaner parts of Yonkers. Like, there's cleaner parts of White
yeah,
Plains. Like, what the hell?
yeah.
let me tell
It's
you.
yo, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Irvington Park, Fordham
Yeah,
College, all types of shit.
Like,
I went
yeah,
to
damn.
college, right? And so, eat my chips, and I throw the bag on the floor, and this lady just comes and yells at me, "Why are you litter?" And I was like, "What? Everybody throws their stuff on the floor. What are you talking about? I'm not littering. Like I, I'm done. What do you mean?" And then I learned outside the hood. I mean, outside of the this
it's that.
I'm done.
He said, he said, I'm not littering. I'm done.
Yeah, but if we don't litter, garbage men not gonna have a job. Then a family gonna go hungry.
You used to always tell me that, Sean. So I was like, "Yo,
Yeah, you did tell us that, Sean. You did
Nah,
tell us.
but
You was like, why would I
yo,
put my
that's
stuff there if I know where it's
yo.
at?
Is it something? Is it something like that? We didn't. Hold on, Josh. Say that again. We didn't hear you. Say that again.
I was saying that Sean used to tell us and be like, wait, why I gotta clean my room if I know where everything else is?
Yeah, if it's
Which
yeah,
not on the
he has
floor of
some
my room,
logic
it's
to
not
it.
in my room.
He has
I
some
still
logic
do that
to
now."
it.
I think it's interesting though. Like you say that it's so crazy. Yeah, bro. Like I remember seeing that trash outside. Remember that's what they told us to put the trash, but it was just a whole bunch of trash sitting outside the building. You remember that outside
Yeah,
every
where the
building?
trash
Like
can?
Yeah,
yo, you would take your trash and literally everyone would pile their trash on top and they would come around and get it. Like bro, like that's why, not to even get deep, but that's why it's really a project. It's really a project. You put people in a project, like an experiment, a project to see what
Yeah.
different results you're gonna get from that
You
project.
just
Like,
follow. I mean, it was the blind, just leading the blind.
yo, but to your point, Sean, about that, it's like, oh, so again, like you said with Ron, like when people always say like, I try to think about one of my earlier thoughts when I was like to like you, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to. I'm like, yo, if this the hood, what's outside the hood?
Hmm.
And I'll never forget, probably like twice a month or at least once a month, on Saturdays we would go and drive, get in that minivan or whatever type of car we had, and we go somewhere in Upper Westchester, bro, and we would go house hunting. Like, oh, we could have this kind of house, like you could have that kind of house. And I always think like, what's the earliest memory for me of like somebody casting a vision of things being possible? And it didn't really dawn on me to like, I always appreciated that part, but it didn't really dawn on me that that's one of my earliest interactions or earliest exposures, right? And even so, with just like friends in high school going to their house, like, bro, I went to Saunders, right? So some of the kids
Yeah.
lived around Saunders. Like, it's clean. Y'all know that area is clean. So you go and you're like, wait, you live by Saunders? You're like, it's all houses over here. So you go and you see it and you're like, yo, why am I living like this? And not anything against my parents or anything like that, right? Because you do the best you can with the knowledge
Hmm.
that you have, right? The information
Right.
that you have, and I feel like all of our parents did a good job, right? They did the best that they could
Yes,
because
we did. Yeah.
we was in an effed up situation, bro. Like it really was just not even like because of them, but that
Survival.
environment that was an effed up
Yeah,
situation.
that was the jungle.
It was survival, man. That's what I tell everybody. I mean, I grew up surviving. Now I'm raising suburban kids
Yeah.
that like, I'm mad at you. Like, why? Because I want to go to Hawaii in a private jet. Go get the heck out of here. I'm bringing you to the
But what
hood.
you know
Yo,
about a private jet? You ain't even supposed to know about planes yet.
Heck
Back
out of
where I'm
here.
yo,
from, you have to share rollerblades, one on one foot, one on the other, and then you put your sneaker on, your kick,
Oh man.
and put your leg in the air. Just ride on one leg.
We rode bikes with no brakes
For
facts.
real.
down Locust Hill.
Right, facts.
You have to use your
Rollerblades.
shoes, and you
Remember,
better be
remember
good too.
rollerblades, bikes, skateboards down Locust Hill, wilding out, crazy,
Scooters.
For
Yeah.
real, bugging, bugging.
crazy. But yeah, it's like yeah, raising suburban kids. It's
It's
like
a blessing.
I always tell my wife, I'm like, nah, I gotta go drop him off in the hood for a week or two when he get older, because he just it's different problems, right? How do you teach your kids appreciation
Right.
when like from
They
where we
used to
started
have
at,
them.
this is almost
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's crazy. This is like, yo, like I don't know. Like they just started at a great point.
And it's weird that I even like want her to like have the struggle. You know, I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
why? Why? And
Why?
all these other
You know
kids
why? You know why? Because the struggle is needed.
go to
Because
work all
there's people that was on Wall Street who lived their life great. You know what I'm saying? As soon as it crashed, they had to kill themselves because they didn't know how to survive. Why? Because they don't know struggle. So struggle is important.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Not saying that you
yes.
got to live in struggle, but to
Yeah.
know how to struggle is important.
But I think there's
So
different
that way you know how to
ways. There's
survive.
different ways to teach that as well too, right? Just like when they're old enough, getting them a job, a summer job, having them be responsible for some of their individual stuff that's minor. But like me and my wife, we talk about it all the time. It's like when the boys get older, it's like, hey, bro, like you turn 18, you need to save your money. You don't have to pay no. Yo, you know what's crazy? I was talking to my boy Steve the other day. Y'all remember Steve? I was like,
Yeah,
yo, like as a Black
Yeah.
American, your introduction to adulthood when you turn 18 is, all right, here's the bill you could pay. Like that, like that's your
or this is the
introduction
amount that I need
to
at your check
adulthood.
each week.
Yeah, like think about that, bro. Like your introduction to adulthood is like, all right, here's a bill you could pay. And look, for some people that may be necessary, but what if what if, right, our parents had the information to take that bill money that we was paying and put it in a Roth IRA for us, right? Or in a CD account and keep rolling the CD account over, right? Or invest just like in the S&P 500, not even doing crazy stocks, but just a stock that grows year over year, right? But
Yep.
guess what? Now we could talk about those things because that's information that we learned along
That
the
we
way
know.
that now we could teach to our kids. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Generational knowledge right there is that wealth
Hmm.
knowledge.
right.
And honestly, I mean, so that's the reason I think that my daughter will be okay. It's just because I'm going to give her all the tools. Now, if she chooses not to use them, I mean, I don't know, but she'll have them. She'll have them. I
As
can't say
long as she
it's
knows,
going to
as
work
long as
out.
you teach her, as long as she knows, she'll use
Yeah, you always have that part too, right? Teaching your child and then just praying and
Like,
hoping that
yeah,
they do some of the stuff.
stepping
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
see if they actually retained it.
Yeah,
hmm
I
I
don't
think
know.
about my wife, like
And
and her upbringing, and then I think of mine, and I'm like, well, you wowed out a little more than I did. You didn't even have problems.
Yeah, yeah,
Word. I be hearing some people talk about their problems. I be like, that's a problem? Shit.
Exactly. I know real problems. What's
yeah.
all good?
But it molded us for sure. Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Me
for it.
too.
But bro, once I got out, I was like, I'm never going back. I'll see y'all later.
I had
I'm out.
So once I got out the hood, I was gone.
Over.
I had to change my thinking, honestly, because
Yeah.
it was all about respect. Okay, either respect me or now it's beef.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
now I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Whatever. Right.
I'm gonna get my
Yeah,
money.
now it's different levels of
You do
respect.
your thing. Yeah.
Like different levels of disrespect. I used to answer to everything. Now it's like, all right, that ain't really enough.
You
A
know
five
what's
minute argument gonna land me 5 years in jail. Time don't add up.
Mhm.
I gotta go.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, right? When I was 18, shout out to Mo, cousin Mo, rest in peace, right?
What's up, cousin?
Maurice. I remember, bro, like that was that was my first introduction I had to like network marketing, right? With this company called Prepaid Legal. And the reason why I'm bringing this up because network, right? Network marketing. So now I'm going to these meetings. I'm dressed in a suit. I'm dressing up. And I'm like shaking hands with different people. Like I'm networking, literally. I'm shaking hands, and I never forget the first two books I read was at 18 that I think helped me a lot was How to Win Friends and Influence People, and oh my gosh, what's the other one? It's like a combination actually. I'm trying to see if I can see it because I got it over there. But it's two books: How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? I believe,
Hmm.
and there was one other book, bro, but I read those two books like over and over and over and over. So back to Sean's point about the network and like from 18 I already had to like I need to have no pun intended, right? Because this is a circle that y'all listen, that y'all watching, but I need to have different circle of friends
Uh,
that can not
open
only
up
just
different
help me,
doors.
right? Not only help me, but that I can contribute to, but also that can expose me to different things, right? And to help my to force myself to be more open minded because no matter what, when you just grow up in a situation environment, you need something else to come in and attack that mindset if you're trying to
Yeah,
grow and trying to change, you know?
that's a fact.
That was it. What was the, any significant books for you, Big Sean, that you read that you feel like helped change your thinking since you spoke about that?
Um. So Tuesday with Maury, I read when I was real young, and it's about a guy who's dying.
Damn.
And yeah. So he's Maury, and he was a teacher. And a student comes and he meets with him like every Tuesday, and they just talk about life. And I think that book it changed me because it put everything in perspective. Like, hey, life's short. Everyone. will die. And I was wilding out in college because it's just one big orgy, honestly. Well, at least that was my experience.
You know what? I
Did I
thought
learn?
for a minute, I thought you were just gonna stay like this, and he just
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, that's the thing about Sean. You never know
I don't know
where
why I
he's
said
gonna
that.
go.
I don't know why.
Sometimes
But
you just got to
anyway,
get in the car and end up there.
no. So what I'm saying is, I started thinking in my head and about what's really important, and I just stopped sleeping around. I got a girlfriend, and then she turned into my wife.
shout out to her. We love her. Oh, the other book, by the way, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Those are the two books I read.
Okay.
Those
Yep.
two
Yep.
books. That combination,
I
like
read
at
that as well.
18, right? Even though they try to discredit some of those things now, but for 18 years old, that's what did it for me. You know.
And
What
you know
about
something? Even
yeah,
though
again,
stuff does get discredited, it don't mean it can't still teach you something. Just because it
right,
doesn't apply then, don't mean it can't apply at some point. So I could
right.
care less what it don't apply to right now. All information is good information for me. Never know when you're gonna need it. I'd rather know it now than have to try to learn it when the situation comes up.
Facts. Any books you read that impacted you, JS?
You know, something is kind of funny. The one book, well, it was a series, the Midnight series. That kind of changed my life. And yeah, Sister Soldier wrote those books, but the Midnight series was more than just like some hood stuff. The man was type hood, but he was a thinker. You know what I'm saying? And like it kind of helped me with my way of thinking and how I portrayed anger and my attitude and what I was projecting on others. You know what I'm saying? It kind of helped me to deal better with myself on the inside of me. And that taught me how to calm down a lot.
Midnight Series. Okay, that's good. What about you, Josh?
Honestly, man, I could take it back because we've all read this. It was a high school
The little
requirement.
engine that
I
could.
know we all read
Catcher in
The
the Rye.
Outsiders.
Outsiders,
That was
that's my
then. This is
shit.
now.
Wait, what book?
That was then. This is now. The Outsiders,
Oh,
and that was then. This
Outsiders.
is now.
Oh yeah,
wait.
that
You
That
was a
said
was
good
you
my
said
one.
shit.
you said one book or two books?
It was two books. The one after it was like I guess you could call it like a sequel because it had like Pony Boy in it.
Oh
That was
yeah,
called That Was
yeah.
Then. This is now.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
part
yeah,
two.
yeah.
It was supposed
It
to
was
be like a
after
spin-off type
the
of
It was
shit.
called
Outsiders.
what?
Yeah, it was like
That
I
was
read
then,
it was
it.
this
like a
is now.
spinoff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. I
I read
read
that
that
one
too.
too.
Why, Josh? Why?
Well, when reading The Outsiders, it kind of like I related to like
Yeah,
us
yeah,
growing up.
yeah.
Like honestly, I felt like I was Pony Boy. Like timid, shy, like didn't know anything. And then oh
I
man,
would have called
since I
Lester
read
Pony
it, but
Boy.
I felt like Johnny.
or what was his name? Oh man, I forgot. I feel so bad. I forgot the name. But basically, the dude that
His friend?
showed up late to the brawl, he like, don't start without me.
Dallas, right? No,
Yeah.
was it Dallas?
Dallas said, I'm like, I kind
Oh,
of thought
Gary.
I thought Skinny Sean was like Dallas. Yeah, I thought Skinny Sean was like Dallas because like he was a hothead
Gary.
and he was like an asshole. But at the end of the day, he had your back no matter what. Like he was down for the shit. He was down for the fight.
I felt like Johnny. I always thought that I was gonna die. So I mean,
Nah, nobody in the group felt like Johnny to me. Nobody felt like
I
Johnny
felt like
to me.
Johnny.
I
But
felt like you was Johnny Josh. I felt like Lester was Pony Boy.
I didn't feel. Well, yeah. When you think about it, yeah. But that was in this is now actually hit me more, especially like towards the end when old boy. It was actually you, Big Sean, that told me about that scene. I actually read it when old dude was trying to defend the black girl,
Yeah.
and then he got set up.
Hmm.
And it was like kill this white bastard, and like he did because he tried to do a good deed, but then he ended up paying the price for it. At what cost?
That was in. That was then.
This is now.
Yeah, right.
This is that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
Because
that.
the
I forgot
outsider,
about that.
because the outsider is all about the big rumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ever watched the movie Outsiders?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
movie. Yeah, we watched it in
I
high
just
school.
watched it
That
again
hit
like two
the
months ago. It came on.
I mean, I forgot all about this stuff.
yeah. See,
And To Kill
wow,
a
man.
Mockingbird. That was another book I loved.
Yeah, Boo Radley.
You told me about the Killer Mockingbird. We never went over in school, but I remember you telling me
That was a
about
good
it.
book.
Yeah,
Kill the
Big guy.
Mockingbird was a good book.
and a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I ever watched the movie. I'm trying to think.
It's in black and white.
And in black and
Yeah,
Yeah,
white.
it's
old
Okay,
school.
old
okay.
school. Yeah, that's crazy, yo. Man, high school books, right? Sometimes you think it's like crap, but then you like, look, here we are, all these years later, talking about books in high school. You know that
Yeah,
we were.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just that for me. Like when Big Sean introduced me to Rent,
Oh man,
like because I left and I was like, man, anybody watch
how many
that
minutes,
soap
Sean?
opera musical?
It's,
525,000.
it's an hour and
Twenty five
14
thousand
minutes right
six
now.
hundred minutes.
Not.
It was 525,600 minutes. Sean
Oh, I
said
thought
he
you were
Nah,
watched
we
asking how
talking
much
about
time
it.
you been on the joint. My bad.
no,
No,
we talking
no,
about the
no.
minutes from Rent. It's on
No,
That's
that.
no,
talking
Show
about
is
the,
always
Rent.
saying.
it's the
Rent.
musical from
I don't
Rent.
think Sean like
But honestly,
ever really
honestly,
watched
Sean,
Rent
it's
with
because
us.
of you. But it's because of no, it was always me
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you.
you talking about that
Like you
movie
had me
Red with
watching it.
like the action movie Red and Red 2?
No, Rent. Rent.
Oh, Rent.
No, Rent.
It's a
Rent. It
Oh,
was
musical.
a
I remember that
musical. It
dumbass
was a musical.
musical.
But thanks to you, Sean, like now I'm like open minded to like musical movies.
Let me tell you.
I actually like Rent. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Now that I think about it.
Had
There's a
John
lot of
Travolta
haters.
playing the fat white lady.
I was wait. No, that's Hairspray.
What?
He
Oh,
wasn't a fat white lady in Hairspray though neither. He was
Yeah,
a
he
he was
was.
a and hair, oh, I'm thinking
yeah,
about
'cause that
Grease.
was
My
the one that
bad.
had Tevin Campbell in the Hairspray. They
Yeah,
had the
I was
dude
thinking
that looked
about
like
Grease.
Tevin Campbell. He played Tevin Campbell was in the on the play on Broadway.
But we
I
talking
know
about
my
Rent. We
musical.
talking about Rent, man.
I know, but I got them mixed up. I never seen Rent.
You had to see Rent.
Yeah, I
Rosario
watched
Yeah,
it
'cause
with
I
Dawson.
used to always
I watched
watch
it with
it,
you, Sean.
but I don't think that you liked
Yeah,
it.
you had me.
I can't do the musical.
I don't think you like, but I enjoyed it now versus back then. Like I enjoy it
I was
more
at
now.
work
I can't do
and
the musicals.
we were at the range and we were shooting and they were going through all the music like, all right, everybody, let me get a song, let me get a song. And then I picked 525,000
Yo,
25,600
and they didn't
minutes.
play it. They didn't play it.
yeah,
I was
it
like, you
wasn't supposed
haters,
to, Sean. I agree with
haters.
you.
Hey, some haters.
I got their back. I'm not trying to
I
shoot at
said,
night listening to
easy love.
525,600 minutes.
How do you measure? Yeah, man. Yeah,
Measure
man.
a year.
But I
Yeah,
tell
but
people, I tell
It
them,
was actually
look,
it's
cool.
when
just
I
a
grew up in New
concept
York,
on time.
I mean,
Just a
Man,
I
concept
went to
on
put on
time.
a
Broadway.
wrestling theme song for me. If I'm out there shooting at the range, I want to hear King Steve
Wait, what? D
music.
Generation
Don't
X?
wonder how the world is gone. I'm trying to go crazy out there. Somebody out of here.
I thought you want D Generation
You
X
can put them
music.
on next. I just put the wrestling people's theme music on. Old school though, not these new niggas. Well, you could throw Seth Rollins theme in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm cool with Seth
You want to
Rollins.
know where I got introduced to like a different
Drug, sex, and rock and
genre
roll.
was Tony Hawk. I don't know if
Oh yeah,
y'all
that demo.
remember
That
that.
demo.
Oh man, I used to listen to all
He
those
actually
songs in
had the
there.
full game.
That demo
Yeah,
for PlayStation 2 that nobody like. That demo was fire. Come on, like they changed
Well,
the
you only
game with
played the
that, bro. When
demo.
they put the demo on the PlayStation, they changed this. You like what? What yo? I wore that demo out until the game came out, bro. But yeah, that was oh, Tony Hawk and football put me on to different music.
And NBA Live.
Nah. Yeah, a little bit. Yes. NBA Live. Yeah. Facts.
What about was it Raw versus SmackDown
That was a
2008?
lot of rock music though. That didn't
Yeah,
put you on too many different genres.
yeah. Facts.
speaking of my,
Because you used to clown me when I listened to
Yeah.
alternative rock.
What else y'all got, man, before we get out of here?
Well, Gene, what
um,
you had? Nah,
Gene, I
son. You just tried to work us like government muse. What you had?
What are you
Gene,
talking about? What I have or what?
I want to let you know, I broke your Duke Nukem game, and I just hope that You forgot about it. You kept asking me about it, and I was like, "Hold on, let me look for it. Let me look for it." And years and years and years later, you finally just stopped
20
asking
plus
for
years later. Hey,
it.
20 plus years later.
I can't believe you did that, man.
It was an accident. It was an accident, man.
That's why you don't let people borrow stuff, yo.
20 plus years later.
That is crazy.
I've been holding on to that. I mean, all this time, I was like, man, you really like that game. I mean, you just
We
kept asking for
really
it.
like that game, Sean. Talking about
Right. You ruined like, bro, that was a hangout time, that
shooting the
game. I
shit
can't
out of
believe it.
pigs.
That's crazy.
I don't
I
know
pre-
how it broke neither. I mean, it was just broke. I was like, oh no, man.
well,
And I ain't have no money. So I couldn't buy it.
That's
I
fucked up.
went and looked. And it was expensive. I was like, man,
Well, back
this is gonna
in
take me a
there,
lifetime to buy this thing. It's gonna take me a lifetime.
$60. Hell yeah.
yeah. Now there was 50 back there. 50, 50, 50, right?
Yeah, 50.
It was 50 back
That was
then.
crazy.
I remember when the games was 30 and 40 though too. Wow, crazy.
Yeah, but that
What
Well,
you
was
saying?
gee, I mean, I owe you a game though. I mean, I can afford it now.
I appreciate you.
It
Appreciate
didn't
you.
take
You
a
know I
lifetime
still,
after all.
you about
y'all
to,
know
you
I
about to
still,
go
y'all know
on
I still
Amazon and
game.
find Duke Nukem.
I'm gonna mail it to him. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll be like, JS, what were you saying earlier though, JS? You asked me something earlier?
Yeah, I was asking you because there was something that you had wanted to voice your opinion on too. And before we get out of here, I just want to make sure that all of us get a chance to really voice our opinions. You know what I'm saying?
On what? On what?
Uh, you were speaking to me one on one about Kevin Gates and LeBron.
I don't really like, whatever.
You
I
felt
kind
like
of
a
don't
love
really
with
care. 'Cause I don't like Kevin Gates is an idiot. Like I don't know what else to say. Like, he's an
What
idiot,
happened exactly?
bro.
that
He
He
said
just,
he
something.
said he wouldn't trade
bro.
places with LeBron because the way LeBron
Yeah,
wife look at him
like
and how the
this
white
a
bitches look
guy.
at LeBron.
Like, why would
Yeah.
anybody take relationship advice from Kevin Gates?
I mean,
And
what I'm
LeBron,
gonna do is
obviously, this shit been working out great for LeBron all these years. No scandals, still with the same woman, kids good. You know,
listen. That is amazing because every black successful man, I feel like, eventually gets attacked and they lose their legacy, and that's why I don't want to be famous. I was like, nah, I don't want to be famous because it just happens. Nobody's perfect, but they will attack you, and they will look for anything to break your legacy.
so some
Fact,
lose their legacy, some take a little beating right quick, but their legacy glows so bright that it don't really go anywhere.
I
fact,
don't know
fact,
about
fact.
that.
Yo, when we record next week, Sean, I need you. If we record at 8 o'clock, I need you to start setting up at 6 o'clock.
I won't be late no more, man. You got my
I
word
ain't
on
doing
that.
this again. I ain't doing this again. But
Next week,
yeah, man, we're
And
gonna
now
see.
I
We're
know I
gonna
can use it from my tablet, so I ain't got to go through the little problem trying to use my
yes,
phone.
thank gosh, thank gosh. But we're gonna do this. What we're gonna do this again next week? I think something like that, right?
I would
yeah, I'm
love
fine with
to.
that.
All right, bet, bet,
I'm
bet.
down.
Hey, look, man, we are about to get out of here, y'all. We don't
Yep.
know who's watching this, but if you're watching this, make sure you send it to a friend. Like, the comment, share, subscribe. This is going on YouTube. Yeah, we agreed to put this on YouTube and everything. And yeah, man, we see you on the next one.
And make
Peace.
sure y'all take time to really try to understand my math situation there, y'all.
Hey,
Don't just push it to the
I'm about
side.
to end
You're
the,
gonna have
I'm about to
you're
end
gonna
the
have to edit that
recording,
out.
bro. Nobody want to understand that math. That's worse than
Yeah.
Common Core math. But we're gonna leave it at that. See y'all later. Peace.
Later.